Hey everyone, Matt Schmidt here. I wanted to kind of just hop on here and to share something that kind of comes up for a lot of people. I'm gearing this towards QHHT people, but really any modality where you have to do practice sessions with people, you can apply these things. So if I find people put all this money, all this energy into taking classes, taking courses, and then when it comes time to doing like the practice sessions that you need to get the certification, they often fall short or it doesn't happen. So I'm going to be sharing with you a couple tips to get to actually do these and complete these easily and effectively, and also how to not get burned out in the process. Okay? So first of all, the biggest thing is to be bold. Okay, you have to go and tell everyone about what you're doing. Otherwise, if people don't know, how are they going to find out? Okay, and a lot of this, at least for me, was getting over my own fear of what people are going to think, the fear of judgment, like all these things that are like noodling around in the background. Just got to do it. Okay, so be bold with it. Share this stuff with people. It's interesting because even people that I talked to when I first started doing this, there's a couple people that like rolled their eyes at me, and those are the people that came back like a year later to have a session with me. So never underestimate the power of planting a seed, putting yourself out there. It also lets the universe know that, hey, you're ready and you're committed to this, and this is the direction you want to head. So you putting that energy into it kind of fuels this whole process, and then things start happening faster and quicker for you. All right. So don't be afraid to tell your family. Don't be afraid to tell friends and or coworkers or pretty much anyone. These those sessions are going to be some of the tougher ones, but you're also going to learn the most from those. So it'll save you a lot of time too, just putting yourself out there, and then you don't have to worry about it after that. They're going to think what they're going to think anyway. So the quicker you get that part done, the easier it'll be. All right. We live in an era where we have social media. I was not a fan of social media before I started doing this work, but since I did, it has been invaluable in connecting with people and networking, reaching new people. So put a post out there. Hey, I have this, get excited about it. I just did this training and I'm looking for people who want to experience this. Tell them a little bit about what you do, because a lot of people haven't heard of this before. They have no idea what you do. So share a little bit about it. The more you can put it out there, the more that you'll attract those people. Okay. So offer those sessions. There's also groups on Facebook. You can even put posts in local groups, and that helps as well. All right, one of the things that I did, I felt kind of dumb doing it, I'm not going to lie, but I went into different crystal shops and healing shops, massage therapists, and I actually went in there and told them about what I was doing and offered my services as like for my practice sessions. Told them I was doing QHHT and I was looking for people to practice with. Gave them information about the process and then left. It didn't pan out so well as far as actually doing sessions. I had like maybe one or two doing that, but I made some really good contacts doing that as well. And some of those people are still like supplying people to me, or I'm doing like groups at their places, or they've just become good friends. And I'm so glad I actually did that, because it got me out there. And then when people would come in to see them, like your name was in the top of their mind, like, hey, I can't help you, but I know this guy. And it actually worked out pretty well. But I'll admit I felt really stupid doing it, just walking into these places and telling people about this. So, but do it, because it is an invaluable tool for you. All right, another thing you can do is connect with other practitioners. So I was at a point where I was booked like 6 or 7 months out, so people didn't want to wait that long. And I had people that I knew were training and starting to do this stuff, so I handed off some of these sessions to other people. And people told me, when people came to me and inquired about stuff, the people that I knew that had contacted me that said they were doing this training and stuff, I knew that they were looking for people. Perfect combination, because I could hand over some of those sessions. Okay, so connecting with other practitioners will also help you to, you can learn and grow together. And it also, sometimes people aren't a good fit for me or for someone else, and then you can kind of swap people that way. I'll also send certain family members to other people that I probably won't work with myself, just because they'll get more out of it. So there's establishing those relationships is huge. All right, now a couple tips so that you can keep this going. Okay, so it's real easy to burn out when you're doing this, especially most people when they go through this process. They have another job, they have other obligations, and it's real easy to get burnt out and not finish the practice sessions that you need to actually like set yourself free and take flight and do this either part-time or full-time and actually turn this into your work. So it's real easy to get burned out. One thing I can recommend, don't do like multiple sessions in a day. Only do what you can handle. Okay, and you have to figure out what that is for you. I was doing them on the weekend, and I was also I had a full-time job, and I also like tutored kids, and I was doing like a bunch of other stuff, so it got to be a lot. But don't worry about getting them done at like in a certain time frame. Just do them at a pace that's right for you. Otherwise you'll get burned out, you'll lose interest, and it won't be fun. So also to keep in mind too, these are going to be some of your toughest sessions. Okay, if you think about it, people don't know what you do. So this is they're just coming in to help you. And a lot of times these are like people that are volunteers, or sometimes they're family members. Family members can be the toughest ones because they subconsciously hold back. They are not very forthcoming, and because they have to see you again. So a lot of times they're not as open, or they're more closed off. So keep in mind, these are going to be some of your toughest sessions, but learn what you can from these sessions and then move on. Don't get hung up on a session. I noticed for myself, I'd have like a really tough one, and I just like beat myself up, and then, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. You're going to have tough ones. You don't learn anything from the ones that go well. You learn the most from the ones that suck, that are difficult. You learn what you can and take it into the next one. Okay? So don't be so hard on yourself either. A lot of these are going to be, like I said, some of the toughest sessions, so don't beat yourself up. And it's also important to pace yourself. I think I did my practice sessions over like 6 months, and looking back, it's just such a blip, but pacing yourself is huge so that you don't burn out. All right, hopefully this was helpful, and we will see you on the next video.